Yo, Sunday evening. What's popping?
Sunday afternoon, brother.
Me tell you, we're at Jamaica. We just say evening and morning. Right now, if it's at 12 o'clock on the dot, we just say afternoon. Once it's even 12, we say, listen, evening.
No, when I 12, I just afternoon. You get what I'm trying to say?
I get you. So, all things.
We're there, man. Lenky, we see you, Big up
yourself. Quick and fast.
Sell out my side this morning, but that's all good.
Willie, I can't understand. What go on this morning? Because we have to make the viewers them know,
I'm be worried, dog. So I'm be worried. Now, be honest with you, this,
yeah.
I play 3 to 4 games. I don't feel no pain. I'm going to go home and I try to shower like my knee and pop off. So I'm going to go on this morning, man. That's why I shot them couldn't drop, man.
So what are they? So what you tell us? You pull a fat?
Pull a fat.
No, man. Yo, Willie. Viewers, I can tell you from earlier. We play basketball like 5 a.m. in the morning. Right? I mean, I tell you, this morning Willie play a game on average 6 blocks. In block, nobody still 6 blocks in getting up.
No, you exaggerate, dog. Let's keep it real.
Yo, the video
me get 1 block.
We have the video.
What's surprising is that we never scored more points than we use. You see me? On the whole, me to 1 point. So good game.
But quick and fast, I could just start but we're going quick and fast. Cause guess what? Realize the NBA really get hot. NBA is like on fire, right? The my brother them say the man on a mission. You have no video him? I go so I go on.
So I go on, yes. Yo, but me not say him on the mission still, but after this.
It's a rare miss. He was 6 of 9. Oh my goodness. Look at this shot by Lillard. Oh my goodness. Oh. That was from the NBA logo. Oh my goodness, what a shot. You gotta be kidding me. Up. 1 dribble over half court. Dead center. That was taken from Corvallis. Wow, what a shot. 4-point game.
Damian Lillard from the logo nails it. So Damian Lillard willing his team to within 2 possessions.
6 of 9. Oh my goodness. Look at this shot by Lillard. Oh my goodness. Oh. That was from the NBA logo.
No. Big man thing, Willie. It's not the first time I said Damian, the real man on a mission make them shots. But the question behind it, you think him really have what it takes to really lead him team to a championship? We always see not them big shots. Last year, I think him had the biggest shot for the year when them killed
Judge.
Yeah. So, what are your views? You think?
Yeah, man. Yo,
he's a leader or he's a scorer? Which one does
he's a leader, that man. Even Carmelo says so to brother. You see me? He's a definite leader. You know, realize the man not cut my you. The man stay there, tough it out, getting big deal, all of them things there. He have something to prove. I'm gonna mind if he improve upon the Lakers. I swear. So, yo,
that was going to be my next question. Lakers, Portland. Will Lakers have any trouble? Or will it still be a walkover?
Lakers can't walk over nobody, brother. It's always that struggling. Yo, come on, man. Yo, you know something inside. This. Who are the best stats for Lakers right now?
I think Anthony Davis.
But them are push. Who them are push? LeBron. Them that's an MVP. That not a match that not up to me,
Them say what assist when again what him get what they made them hype it up.
Yo.
Assist for the year. I mean I say yo all of that about. Oh, becomes I talk about that. I put everybody I go off still. Serious thing.
Who me feel sorry for still a Devin Booker, dog. The man need to leave a place still as a Draymond say and go somewhere else. You see me?
Well, people have said Damon to leave Portland how long too, so what the difference?
Man. Portland can't win, man. Portland can't win. Yeah, man.
All right, viewers hear from Willie, he must say Portland can't win. I don't think them can win. I think them can beat Lakers, because Lakers are play like garbage. Even Lakers fans know that. So Lakers are play like garbage. LA inside Barnes I say.
Barnes, we talk about that after. You know, them get sweet.
True, but anyway, this is not about.
Yo, Trevor, calm down now, man.
Yo, the people don't say, yo, Skywalker. Yo.
No, man. The man debut, man. I want to see you, man. Well, talk.
But again, I'm not a football fan. I don't know if you're a football fan, but I want to go on with that 8-2 then. Barcelona.
Sorry, not a football fan.
The fans them can't tell what go on. Because right now it seems like Messi have no help or Barcelona not good. What go on? 8-2.
Yo,
that's so serious, man.
Somebody said it was a funeral them go on stream, but you know, I don't know about that. When me upset about, I want to talk about, bro. What? We'll be there about already. Yeah, man.
Rolling with generals.
Is yeah, on my tune in, which is right. Yeah. No, the thing we're going on with versus dog, that we never like.
Yo, all right, let me tell you my take on this, Willie. You see the other day, you must say Black Lives Matters, and we really tap into it, Jamaica, and say, yeah, and we are trying to promote the right thing. I think as Jamaicans, we need to look at our country itself, because a whole heap of things we are going through and then want to put it to our side. Because that way you just mentioned, I think our version got the most support. I said go.
Yeah, man.
The Bounty and Beanie.
Yeah, man.
In regards.
It bring the most fans to them page.
And them didn't even make the cover where Billboard have against Jamaica.
Style thing, brother. Big style thing. So I will be assessed up. Big style thing.
No, we don't understand this. But we as Jamaica, we need to look on them little things and fight our battle. This is a battle we need to fight. You get me? Big man thing.
Straight. Burn them out, man. We do a thing, you see me? Anyway, the people them talk here. People them
talk. Yo. It's an interview. It'll be an intense interview. You get what I say? Yo, big man, big and serious. When we go to link, I'm gonna use the word. Don't want to know. This is our program, right? We keep it clean, but we can use slangs. So I link my dog. I say, yo, my general. Me need to come on the show. The man say, yo, Gary, yo, I'm gonna go forward. Me I say, yo, I feel good. You know why? It's a person I got the opportunity to play with and a team, and I know him personality, and I know how dedicated he is when it comes on to basketball. He's a fighter on and off the court. Somebody we can rely upon to say, yo, listen carefully. You have to worry yourself. This teammate have your back. I never yet see him argue negatively to any one of them teammates them. And I've played on the team for him about 2 years. Right? So when we say this person, this individual is supposed to join the interview, I'm telling you, I feel privileged to have him on the show. So without any further delay, let us just salute the general himself, Skywalker.
Skywalker. Yeah, me dog. Yeah. Everybody where they just big up on themselves, you know, we have the Trevor every man, you see me? Everybody there just go big up.
Really? Yo, the man that left Jamaica inch. You see me? I try to show you.
Man's a field place, man. I want to man.
Man, over there still, yo, big up yourself, my general. Everything, all the COVID pandemic, how it treat your state that you're in now, everything, we want to know.
Well, when it come on to COVID, you know, as usual, lockdown, quarantine, because I guess we have some other, over the past week or whatever, our cases increased, we're put in a different category level. So the governor say, you know, at least in my hometown here.
We're talking.
This is Ohio.
Ohio. Okay.
In Ghana, like them lockdown schools completely, like no sports, like for public schools, no sports, online only, that kind of thing there. So they might take it serious. So we just have to go and stay in our yard, basically.
Yo, the man them big up early will be as a straight yard. Him not talk no twanging thing.
No man, I need it, man. I need it.
Yo. As you know, we like to start the show for just ask the guests quickly to give us 2 words best describe themselves. So which 2 words pop to mind when you talk about Christopher Walker?
You know, so for me still I would go with jovial and optimistic. But not just random optimistic, you know, I would say practical optimism, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know the difference, I'll be honest.
Well, yeah, you know, you have someone optimistic, you say you have to jump off, you say you have a fly off, and I will stop you. And you know what I mean? If we can see a plan and we can see it work before, and no matter where all of the distractions them we are going, if it worked before and we see a plan and we put something in place and it's something more feasible, but with it, regardless of everything where everybody talk about, we can't go on and we can't go on. You see me? I mean that.
Man. Yeah, man. So really, you see your plan for run a fast break, that is optimistic. That's not practical optimistic. You can't run you. All right. Christopher Walker, as you know, the viewers them don't get a chance to relate to you and talk with you most. So I want to make this be like a journey, right? So the first question I want to ask you, which community are you from?
Maxfield Avenue in the heart of the 13. You understand?
I will see a church. Seriously, Beverly is the man come from, you know?
Yeah, man. Beverly Garden Lane, man. Maxfield.
Okay. All right, so I want which primary school you attend, which high school you know Jamaica big with the high school thing.
So basically, when it come on to primary school, Tarrant Primary, half Mullines Road, so and then we'll go Calabar first, but we never start playing no basketball there, so then left. Me and the SBA them never work out, so I left and go at Tivoli, and that's where actually basketball start for me basically.
So question. So hold on, it's just basketball you play as a sport, you didn't play any other sports, Christopher?
Yeah, we play a whole heap of sports. You know, primary school was primarily track and field. And when we go high school, we get into cricket. Cricket was like basically all of my high school career. Play cricket in some sort or form, and then when we go Tivoli now, still play cricket, but then met up with had some basketballers in my class. And then to be honest, basketball start because CVM for me. One station where they have JBC number 7 around the dog well I couldn't remember. And then CVM come in with number channel 9.
Number 9.
Channel 9, and I just me start really the man them basically the bigger man them when me look up to around there start play basketball, and so come and get interested in basketball. You see me? And then go to Tivoli and saw some of my classmates, them were actually there on the team, and asked them how it go, and that's how the journey began.
But what age was that though?
Oh, you know, say basically when as me say left Calabar and then go to Tivoli, me about 17 when me start tap the ball, literally start box down the ball upon the ground. So so when me about 18 now, that's when I feel like say I could have try out for the team, the basketball team down at Tivoli, but them time as when I say basketball start playing in my era, whereas I start look up to one individual named Tafari in playing a Division 3 basketball at least in my era when we could have see basketball exposed to in a team event, because normally we just, you know what I mean? And that was when me actually start get interested because of him really to basically play and have that passion there for basketball like him, because before that basketball wasn't really a sport where popular in my community of football and them thing there, you know what I mean? So it's from there on now, met with Horatio, like when my classmates from Tivoli and Clown, Earl Sinclair, and we start play basketball, and then the man them say, yo, come join the team now, because them time them start get talk, and they actually shorting and get a late growth spurt. And then so the man them must say come play basketball, unfortunately, because them introduced AdMats in a Tivoli that year, and we did get selected to do some AdMats and them things, because of the first way they launched like a 6-farm program or whatever. It clashed with basketball, never get to play that year there. Not even really sure if would have made the team, but would definitely would have tried that year there. But then when we got 19 now, when time we start my data actually 11th grade, because as we say, go back transfer and go back to school and them things there, and I so really start play first year, so basically play basketball with people in a striped shirt, you know what I mean? And that's so basketball start for me in terms of officially.
Which team is that?
Tivoli.
Tivoli, you play for Tivoli in division, which division?
No man, Tivoli High School, which division?
Oh, Tivoli High.
They play them time there.
Oh, you know which that's yet. Alright then.
No, so because them time they in high school. So when you talk about Tivoli, the club and them thing them we are early baller when the sun at when it dark. You don't know the general them come out. We have to watch through the fence. You understand?
It's a Tony Motombo and them man.
Yeah, like yeah man, Wani and And all of the man them, you see me, staple them, visit mobile and say, we just watch you defense and say, one of them there, you know. You understand?
Okay. Chris.
Yeah.
You mentioned about viewing basketball on CPM. Was it our league you saw, or it was overseas basketball you start tuning to on CPM?
Me start tuning. Well, everybody start watch the NBA with Jordan and everything. But to be honest, it never really, because as what I say is like big in a cricket them times there, so it never really a draw to me until the person we talk about like Tafari actually start play basketball and them thing, then start invite me for do what at that time was workout, but me never really know say that basically come throw some ball down some ball in the morning and them things there. But but feeling passion for the game and knowing say boy him a left the community go play the sport and to how him play it even in the community, because it was big for me at least in my community, because when we are I the most exciting basketball ever played. Trust me. Anybody who come on our court back them time they know. You see me? And them thing the fence drop a ground. You understand?
Beat it
down, drop flat, them thing there. So it's like that was an exciting time, and you just want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? And them times that you start get interested to try, see how you could have tried for 15, because them time they have big man league and Sonat league, which was my league. You know, it got a little bit. But then the same youth that Tafari bring me another big man league there and me inspired for like basically try play as best as me can and see it.
From Tivoli, where you find Christopher Walker?
Repeat?
From Tivoli, you head on to which other institution?
Okay, so from Tivoli, leave Tivoli and get you know, do the schoolwork thing. You know, we get some subjects, you know, some ones and some whole heap of two and a whole forest behind night. You see me?
Yeah.
You just started the SBA them time there.
Yeah, man, them time me have to take on the SBA them, because you know you have to learn in it, you see me, experience, teach something. So it's like at that point, but then time then me and my father make a deal, because my father generally, you know, I'm tell you that straight, you know. So you see, even when go out my foolishness and them things that me and the man make a deal, say yo, this time around, he might just trust me for take it on and thing, and even me choose the school where I want to go, because some of my friends them go there and all of these things and everything, and them man they you could have reason with them and them thing. So me did know say yo, outside of sports, cause them my whole family support me in sports, but outside of sports, me know say yo, you know a Jamaican family, so you know a book first, so you know say no mess up couldn't go on, you mad. So and so from there, you know, so where school was concerned, that did have to go on, and then whatever else was left over in our time, you know what I mean?
Okay. You talk about your father, you talk about family. How many siblings? How many brothers, sisters?
Yo, whole heap of siblings, man. We have whole heap of siblings, because my family was such that my father have between my father and I and my father and my mother, they had 2 kids together, but my mother had children of her own and my father had children of the own, and my father just come in and my mother come in and take care of both sides of the family, you know what I mean? So it's like a one big house, you see me? Then more while we have other brothers and sisters that were my actual brothers, and outside of our home, like my mother husband or whatever, my mother my brother them father have other brother will come live with me and sister and them thing, because my mother was such that she loved people from a long time. She was a people person, and once she see a person in need, you know, she take them on. So the whole heap of brother and sister were both biological and both as an extension of other part of the family. So for count, you know, a whole heap, dog.
Okay. Yo, what my question to you, Chris, because I guess we know the thing, you know, because we are Jamaican, you know. You say Maxfield Park, and we know say Maxfield Park sometimes have whole heap of dark days. But with a big family like that and in the garrison, how rough was it to focus on what you want, as in the sense to say, to avoid the distraction of violence? The person that say, yo, hang out on the corner, Chris, where you had the SBA from, I could touch your road. Talk to you about how you got yourself to be motivated and travel through those obstacles.
You know, it's a funny, it good, and it good for me. It was good enough because I had such that my And that I was just telling somebody yesterday. That is the reason why even me as a man, me not really to run down the popularity and them thing there. Because for me did always like growing up with my father and my mother, we did known in the Maxfield communities. Either them call my father, if anybody see me, them was like, yo, my father pitney that, or them see me on another side and my mother pitney that. So in terms of we did known. So that being said, is like them know my father and my mother and know them morals and what them value. So people never really try draw way out in other way there. You know what I mean? And then you know how it go. Our family me have big brother and them things. The only big brother and them things. So you know it go. You see me? So it's like, with that being said, me personally, at very few occasions, I had to really, say, yo, Jano, me have to keep my head from my body and go straight and walk the straight and narrow, because most time people understood what my family stood for in the community, and because of that we were somewhat protected in that sense. People would have said, yo, Lord, you the don't trouble that them people that ain't them foolishness there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I understand. Gary don't really know about them life, man. But I understand.
Yeah.
Yo, this rich shooter talk about me don't understand about this life. Yo,
sorry for all who can understand patois. You see me?
No, listen to me, man. This is a Jamaican program, you know. I regular we chat it, you know. So I don't know what them talk about, you know.
Yeah.
But Christopher Walker.
Yeah.
Me not even introduce you as Christopher Walker. I don't think say you can come to Jamaica and say somebody say, you know Christopher Walker. Everybody know this man as Skywalker. Oh, yeah. Who get a name there, and it just resonate to say, yo, people forget to your name Christopher.
You know, to be honest, that before so university, that's how this part me meet you, Gary, University of Technology.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to go UTech and do the little, engineering thing, but we and Slayers, a whole lot of Slayers ballers used to play Khalil McCarthy, you see me? Zugi them, Nicoy, all of them, man, they used to there at UTech as well when me did there, and I think, to be honest, I think a Khalil bring up that name, Khalil start that, because one day when they are training and them, I don't know, for some reason I was not known, because as we said, with the late start at 19, play a whole heap of, like, me is a more a player who did go around to try everywhere more and conquer. So me and the ballers them when me did have around me, we try to play whole heap of, like, whole heap of anywhere we hear somebody good at there, so we're there. So we never really so structured, so we never really known. So when me step up in the league now, and Khalil them see me, I will go out training with Jacko them, there's Gary. A little man, they must tell him that the other layup line said, don't challenge because me I go dunk pan him, or where the army will dunk pan him. And to be honest, I had nothing that was going on. I was just going in to do a normal little layup, because we not kill up yourself in the early part there, because it's gonna get rough. But I don't know, I just jump and then I just see this person in my grill and me and say, who this? And lift up and do what we have to do, and then from that the man see the man fly and I think Khalil them, you see me, and that's how it starts.
Skywalker. The name was born. Yeah, man.
Willie, may I tell you, say, the first time I meet, as we were discussing backstage, I see that you up and you were court. I mean, I hear people that talk about this, you say, give you have to watch it because I play center. I mean, I say, if me not know him, he's not a baller, because I'm supposed to know every baller. So, first time I see the man get up on the court and the man jump, me I say, no, star. The man almost dunked. Almost. And I did dunk.
Yeah,
almost dunked. Yeah. But from this, I say, that you have some mad talent. Yeah. No joke. So,
anyway. Team that did good to you, man. I tell you, brother.
Did good. I say, Willie? No. So we run the pass set now, try like different the Slayers.
Them never have a chance, man. Them know that.
All right. Skywalker, was there any rivalry, any major rivalry? I know that you did a short time playing basketball in Jamaica, as I say, you start late. But was there any team or player directly that you normally say, yo, listen, may I go all over that team, your other player?
Me I gotta tell you this, the hardest night, all right, you see when you come to the traditional, the Slayers and the Urban Nights, those two teams for me, because it's like for Urban Nights, them did structure in such a way that, yo, the man them just fit. So you see all early season, when you don't know Gary, you know it go early season.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, look for man, yeah. So it's like the man them would have deal with bad cards with there and them things there. When we say deal with bad, I mean no, in a whole heap of scoring, in a whole heap of running them, run enough and them things there, you see me? And so it was always like a measuring stick to see where our fitness level was at that point, where we were at that point in terms of fitness level. So Urban Nights was that measuring stick in terms of style wise, like Urban Slayers have a whole heap of the ball of them, a general them, you know what I mean? You know, the Owen, them Khalil, you see me? And them man, they even Ratty, you see me? All of them man, so them man, they have more flair to them and excitement, and you're likely to get dunked on more from the team there, especially, to be honest, I mean, I said this, I mean, never said this before, the person me fear the most for dunk on me is not even a man with people that consider was Ratty. Believe it or not, me not afraid of
yeah, because him so small. Yeah,
him so small. I mean, a man love jump over the top of my teammate them for dunk on people. And if me can't see when him get up, you see by the time him reach way up in the ear, me just a see him. You see me? I'm always have that in the back of my mind. But the rest of the man them, if me can't see you, like them talk about giant and the whole of the dunk of them, if me can't see you, me just feel say, yo, you have to go ash it out with me up there. You understand? I just saw me did feel at the time, you know what I mean? But the rest of the man them, but for Ratty, you know, I always I feel watch Ratty, and Ratty never at that time. Ratty was a more a shooter and them thing about him can jump and dunk and sneaky dunk on people. He wasn't necessarily a man where you see, but both are paid, but I always I watch him. So in terms of that, the hardest man for guard in the league at the time, hands down, the man there get 40 a night was Farquharson from Demontown. That was the hardest man for guard, because I feel like the man have inside, the man know himself in terms of the man have a mid-range game, and him know him footwork, at least to me at that time, him did know where I do with him, how to use him body strength and them things there. At least to me at them time, they know that no means say, you see me, I just saw me did feel about that at the time, you see me.
Well, you say from where? Denantown?
Yeah, man, them time there.
Tony,
man, Farquharson. Yeah.
Tony.
But the thing is, with Tony game still, you know, you're not even that flashy, you know, man.
No, it's not flashy.
No, man.
when stats are reading out, you say Tony have 18 rebounds, 20-some points. That's a win.
Man, never had 35 rebound, man.
Yo, the man relentless, dog. You see me make Jacka make whole heap of nice, because the man just you see me, man, relentless, dog. You see me, we still dust them out, still in about him relentless.
Yeah, remember that.
Yeah.
You know, any memorable moment playing basketball out here, Christopher, that you look back now, even in a specific game that you say, you know, say, yo, that game there, it's something you always remember.
All right, let me tell you this, Gary, as I say, my role, everything about Jamaica basketball, like, I did so. Because to be honest, you know, I obviously, you know, I come a foreign and come to Cedarville, a great system and them things. But in Jamaica, I had a freedom that to play. You understand? A freedom, whereas when I came into the college system, I came into a shooting system. Whereas rightly so, I had a whole lot of shooters. You see me? But so there was when we were in Jamaica now, is like there was a freedom, is like, you know, say, yo, you know, man, we have to go do it. So in terms of anticipation, react, even after the things them when we do, we never know our plan to do them. Is just out of the desire for win and out of anticipation while you're in the motion of playing, you know what I mean? Whereas, so for me, basketball from that point of view is like a whole heap of memories there. The most memorable thing was actually not even me do it. Well, you know, the dunk pump people and them things. There was this guy from Raytown, where I don't know, we jump for dunk, and the man jump with me for dunk, and then in the middle of the dunk, it was clear as day, like the man start enjoy the dunk. Yo, The man lift up in the two of them lift up in now. We have to say, all right, because we have to lift up from far, because me I try to beat him to the crescent, you know, me I try to get to the top of the jump before him. And it's like him jump down, you see me? So I'm still on the up. So the man stop and just start look for me, and the man actually like you may hear the man and say, ooh.
Oh, man, smile the
camera. Yeah, man, I say if you enjoy it, man. But the most memorable are winning the knockout competition where Michael scored 3 buckets at the end of that. I mean, I think never forgot that. All the time me old dog, and now I remember that. Because we first of all is the only thing that we ever like won in Lakers. Yeah, they did it, Gary. You know.
Yeah, man. Facts.
Yeah. The only time we ever, because my hand did broke all year the two. I just a come back because in the league you have to look for Gary. I say, Gary, yo, my hand good, come. You see me? Because the first year them deal with me and away and not never go on. So the other time when I could actually play and them things, then I say, all right, we get my hand broke during the regular season. So after the regular season and the knockout start, I could start move back my finger them. So we say, all right, I could go deal with them now. And the last final game fallout with about a minute left. I don't know, Michael will tell you the story. But them we did up and they must come back and whatever, and them make a whole heap of nice cause my fallout, and then Michael threw 3 magic trick where I don't know where them they come from, but win with the title. And when I proudest thing that you see me, and when I moment them that we now go remember if just sit down and watch the environment, the Jamaican environment, and enjoy basketball. Dog.
Yo, Willie, as I say, it's a privilege to have Christopher Walker on set now, because I said before, I one of them teammates that would say, yo, John, I'm glad to get the opportunity to play beside the general. But the funny enough, as Christopher mentioned, I think about just 2 seasons we play together in regards to him never play basketball as much as Jamaica. He mentioned my moment for me kind of upset. It's not even a good moment. It'll be that semi-final, because I believe strongly if Christopher Walker if they never pull him down, pan dunk, they mash up him, man. We'd have a Lakers title now for say, we win the title overall. And so Ruan wouldn't have to brag for say I just Slayers, Tivoli, and Urban Knight ever win NBL. You get what I say? So them for glad that them go out still, because that was really a year when we'd have go feet straight out.
And like me, I tell you personal, some people did that because me hear like in the past interview and people say, yo, basketball, this and it never have. You have to understand there's a backstory to it. It's like me and, as well, I say, me and Khalil and some of the man, them two in them, we were always at UTech and, you know, Zugi them, we talk and them things about who good and who not good and all of them things there. But me as a man, you see, sometimes when you talk at the wrong thing that you do, you see me. So you see when you talk, we just say, all right.
And Zugi don't stop talking, man. Zugi talk right through to this day.
Yeah, man. So you see when them talk, and then this was what happened. Is like there was announcement over the radio, whereas they were talking about how many Jamaican representatives were on Slayers versus how many Jamaican, which are just Michael and Gary, I think at the time, did really play no ball for Jamaica, you know what I mean? But them think they rub me the wrong way, because I understand knowing how me grew up in you don't try belittle me, and I know we just come and say we have a good game and them likely for win, and it would have be all right. But just when you talk them things, they like must lose. You turn on something where you should have just leave alone, you understand?
Really?
Yeah, so it's personal, man. That's why I'm going to dunk the last ball, because I'm going to really show, say, yo, you're one of man, we are the boss, we are the dog, and just watch and get entertained. And that where it was a mistake, basically.
Really? You hear the man talk, may I tell you, at the same way the man approach the game, like there's no way you can talk, so you're going to done the man. You're mad? That's how I say nowadays young ballers.
Take them things are personal.
Play with pride. Play with that sense to say, listen, I go out there for do my very best. 2 years in Jamaica played basketball a certain way. You take your say. But guess what? Christopher Walker the road, you head overseas to Cedarville. Talk about that transition.
No. Yeah, how that go? Was it a scholarship? Wow.
It was a scholarship. And to be honest, I think one of the things that we are going to even talk about that maybe a little bit too is like, when me did I play basketball, I never really play basketball for be fine. I play basketball for be the best when me there. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really business who see or who want to take note, because even with the scoring thing, Michael them can tell you this if when we're ready for turn it on, and that was what I know, and everybody will know me from my place know this. If you forget about scoring, we can score only, but at the team where we did we have only for shooters and whatever, and in my respect, in my perspective, the best player can give up certain things, because me can score when me want to score, but you need to score in another facility there, you need to get a open tree, you need to get a jump shot in another spot there. That a your thing. Me score whenever. So if me need to score, I just saw me the view being the best player. So it's like me never run down scoring or whatever. Me box with some ball and laugh. Understand? So that was my approach to it. So it's like when even so when me start deal with it now, we get the MVP trophy for Jamaica for the NBL. That are the year when my aunt broke, I will get the NBL and then so me meet Minto, which that was just a cohesive thing, because to be honest, Minto and my father and my people them know Minto family them and everything. So it's like when we meet Minto, it was just like it was everything just drop in and everything just worked together like a long time it happened. You know what I mean? So when we meet Minto, I say yes. Well, we have this opportunity and all of these things and we say yeah man, cause Minto take Cedarville close and near and dear team and take care to play with it. So it's like that is when that opportunity come for go overseas. Now went overseas and did major in engineering, mechanical engineering and them things there, and then started playing basketball. To that to me is like, as we say about playing overseas, is like I understood like what Ricky said. Ricky said it's together. Couple of yard man there, led by, at first it was Mugabe. We all went and saw Mugabe, and Mugabe just Mugabe was a different animal to himself, and I'm on the most come on the program there. So when we go and we see Mugabe set the trend in terms of me learning and watching people work out, where you'd start and start the things in the gym by themselves and stuff like that. When we go there and see Mugabe, I do them things them and say it and help we in our way, because as I say, we're new to that system there. At least me, new to that system there of playing and whatever. And we had a lot of 3-point shooters, and our team was based in that factor there. And I mean rightly so, the man them can shoot like lights out. But we had a role to play, and then I did have a freedom, whereas I did have a freedom in Jamaica, where I realized just with so many shots going up, you know, the touches get away, you know what I mean? Because you're running and a run and gun and playing the 4, by the time you rebound, by the time you go back, you know, it's up again. You know what I mean? So it's like, but then I realized there was a place for me and a role for me to play. And to me personally, me realized, well, you want a man, hard, you know, so we must find a way to be relevant in this team, you know what I mean? That being said, start get hurt and them things that to some start say, all right, I'm gonna take on the defensive end, and because I understood like how quick I was, like I always understood what were my strengths, and that's the other thing I'm gonna feel like we are talking about, what are your strengths and your weaknesses, and how you build on those and make other things become strengths and weaknesses before you start think about for put ball all part, you know what I mean? You know, find out where you're good at and build on it. So I knew that I was very fast and very athletic. So that being said, I saw what the teams had to offer around, and I just realized, well, none of them money are not really see none of them money we are gonna embarrass me anyway. So I just deal with them, and that way I take it on another level defensively. I still score ball and all of them things there, but my mindset was just to shut down people and just take on that role there, because with my engineering to take up a whole heap of time and them things there too. So that was where my place was in Cedarville basketball, I would say.
Yeah, I see Adrian Forbes say, oh, that fish team. I don't know, is there something
fish
behind
team?
that?
No, man, because you see with me, you don't have to call it fish team. I mean, you know the foolishness in there. You see me, so me just say, if you not work with it. No, my friend them know, and to be honest, my friend them know and say, for me, me and you with that, and we reason straight up. And if you not work with it, we just call it fish tea. You go your ways and we go mine. Or you know what I mean? It's like no whole heap of, I don't believe in the whole heap of animosity, you know. So if we can't work it out amicably, then we just call it fish tea.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Okay. Ball them know, fish tea. Man, understand. We We see Linford say, I know just basketball at UTech, you know, man was a volleyball god. Me never know that.
Yeah,
You see me? So, he asks when, you know, how did you get involved in volleyball?
All right, Billy, Andre Morris, you know, Billy loved the basketball, and that is and stuff. So me and Andre became good friends, and Billy played volleyball as well as track and field at the time, and I see that Billy was a man where hardworking to and determined. I mean, I say, of course you can play, like, because for me, from you have certain things, it's like them would have said certain things you can't teach, you know. So you see with that man the determination, me I say, yo, him can build with certain skills, but with him work ethic and them things there. So basically the deal was me take on the other two sport them with Billy and go out to them to come. I tell Billy so me run left him and them thing there. Because Billy was a tracksman, and then now him bring me over to volleyball, which most people don't know this, and I can't believe that somebody else know this. I actually almost get an offer for go play professional volleyball. Because whereas the coach I said, boy, basically if I lower the basketball thing because I had the scholarship coming up, we would have gotten a system whereas we train specifically because I don't know if they explain everything with me, like he was coach overseas or blah blah blah. Certain coaches I would talk to them and we did that, but that would have mean would have to forego the basketball scholarship. But as where Ricky say, I know say, yo, my guy, you have to do it.
Yeah, facts.
Facts. Yeah, and them things. So we have to take the opportunity where we get right now up on the table, and that was it.
True.
All right, we say, I don't know how true this be, because Mr. Trevor put it up. So I don't know if you do high jump for real or
a little bit, you know. No, a little bit, you know, but you know, say it's just like do it little bit, but it was just raw talent, just a jump over the thing. Me never really have no whole. As when I say me at that point, I was literally just a jump over the thing. Yeah, we never have no whole heap of technique. I was trying to learn the technique, and Jano Mabala, Jeremy and Mason is Jeremy and really see me.
Rest in peace,
and rest in peace, man. And say yo forward and Jeremy and like me and Jeremy and Daddy and start training. Them time the Jeremy and a big time have record Jamaica, old Jamaica national record and everything, and the man I say, yo, you wanna man, if you just can convert where you have like just convert it and get the farm and them things that it done. And to be honest, and so we say, all right, Jeremy, and we're gonna deal with it and I succumb when they do a little bit of high jump, but then Jeremy had to go back to at that time they compete for England. So him have to go back to compete for England, and it was on and off to that effect. And then we have my brother Spoon, you see me? Another Jeremy.
Wait, you know Spoon?
Calabar. What you talk about? Brother.
Spoon, cause Spoon I'm a G too, yo. Jeremy I'm a G, cause how about you, man? But we never know.
Yeah, man, Jeremy and Jackson, man. So, and then time me and Jeremy start as well. And Trevor know all I told them, cause Trevor I'm a Jenna, you know what I mean? Like, everywhere, me and Trevor and Michael, them, and you see me? So, we know it go. So, the whole of them things that the man them know it go. You understand?
Yeah, man. We have a question here from Coach Stumbo. What's the difference with coaching in Jamaica and overseas from your experience? All right.
One of the big difference in coaching is like coaching in Jamaica, at least, and I'm going to talk from my experience because I understand there is a urban nights and there are those teams that me hear about where I have something closer. But for me, it's like being the planning, the timeliness, the object. I feel like overseas we had clear objectives for each drills. We had clear objectives in each session. Jamaica kinda in some of the cases we just kinda run ball and fix what we can fix, and at least as what I say, don't take we don't want to coach this person. I'm talking about my experience. So it's like that was it, and then we do add individual drills for work on certain things, but I would just say that it was more structured overseas. And to be honest, one of the things we want to talk about too is like Jamaica, they had more confidence, like them believe what them do when we overseas. It's like it wasn't like we are doing what we can do till somebody else come tell we say this right for do. You know what I mean? Them know them had all confidence in whatever drill them give it. You know what I mean? So that was the difference.
That sound like just proper planning and everything. And I think the coaches them, as you mentioned, I don't think the coaches them should take anything that is being said unsaid as an offense still is a learning thing.
You ask the
questions, and I know a lot of coaches mention that to say always ask the players them what's the difference between overseas, and I think really majority of the time the same thing that is being said, that the structure to say that better planning is being done overseas. So something we can look at. Not a problem. But Christopher, my question to you, as you know, sometimes the unknown is extremely scary because you don't know what is going on.
Yeah.
Someone who have been over there and see what is going on, what advice would you give to a young basketball player watching this interview now, might have a scholarship to go overseas to play? What to expect? What advice would you give to your little brother to say, Christopher, you know, so may I go up now? What him expected? Yeah, let us hear.
Well, one of the things where I would say to Jamaica, the basketball, like, you hit a point where sometimes, people love talk about, and I've heard it said, I have watched all of the programs them on this, when them talk about basketball, when them talk about IQ and stuff like that. And to be honest, it rubbed me the wrong way when people say them things there, because you have a difference between IQ and you have a difference between knowledge. You see, when you start talking about people have low IQ, you are it at intrinsic value where you don't have nothing to talk about. You don't know a man IQ unless you have to really in depth. You can't just if really see and spot out IQ. You can talk about IQ. You have to talk about creativity. What the person is. IQ deal with manipulation of information, while knowledge deal with the what you were experienced and how much information you have. So normally somebody with a high IQ and only for information tend to be better at it because he have a lot more information to manipulate, and he's very good at manipulating the information, using his creativity for create new things and for do things in a certain way. So, but sometimes you can have somebody where in a Jamaica, sometimes we don't have all of the basketball information, the know-hows and the do's, but if you talk about being able to do what we can do with the information what we have, that way way more intellectual than enough of the man them we are play and we are watch on TV. Big man thing. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when people love talk about, I don't like when people throw the word loosely, basketball, IQ, and because I have been working with kids since I was 16. The said you them way I work with in a Greenwich Farm people, them family probably if you ask them. Yes, me a president for youth club in a Whitfield town, and it was 4 clubs and working with youth, and you have to be careful what you say to kids. Because you see, when you hit certain things that is intrinsic, where we talk about, and I feel like that in a basketball, we have an intrinsic thing where we believe in ourselves, say we can't do it without certain things. Yes, I agree. You may not go get to go to the NBA, certain exposure is necessary. That is the practical thing about it. But in terms of me being able to dunk on a 10-foot rim, anywhere in the world, me can do that. I just hit that. You see me? Me being able to shoot a ball on a 10-foot rim from this distance, those are objective things that we can conquer and stop worrying and being able to. So it's like we have to increase when you come over here, you get a wealth of knowledge because we start deal with strategies and those things. But be careful how we use the IQ word because it put to me. That kind of put we in ourselves. Nobody's gearing in our state of learned helplessness. It's like we feel helpless unless somebody help you out. And that's why big man thing when time me the day I play at Jamaica, my determination, even any man, we're not busy the way you come from. You could have come from foreign yard, anyway, you get it. You understand?
Facts.
So
See them way I stay, I tell them, man. That's why when I go play against run them, I have to run them, you know.
And the man doing it. Facts.
Yo.
So I would tell my little brother them, so just know, say, boy, you have the ability, you have the capability. What you need to do, you need to go in and go like a sponge. Go and absorb every information where you can get. Use the system them because when you're out there, for me personally, when you're out there in our world where by yourself, sometimes it get rough. Sometimes you just want somebody to say, like how me I talk to you now and say, yo dog, go on. You understand? But you have like, as well for me, you have support systems like you have Mike Minto, and for me, you have like bully big man them where where you can call and say, yo, you know, say XYZ, or you know what I mean? So it's like use your support systems them where you have me, have my whole other, you have Daniel Rose and Ricardo and Mugabe around me. So to be honest, my situation was unique. We never really so far out on the island because I could have said, yo, Ricky, I love Wagwan, or Daniel, this, that. You know what I mean? Or Mugabe, and we could have really relate to each other. So find support systems that help you manage, and also go in like a sponge. Go in knowing that you're out to absorb all of the knowledge where you have so that your IQ can kick in and you can do something where they never see before.
Sure.
Yo, Marito, you talk, Chris. I swear, yo. Like, yeah, man, yo.
General, you know,
yeah, man, no, man. Real talk, man. And, you know, when I do my research, because, yo, I search the internet, you know, I scour the internet, I can't find a Facebook page, nothing and all of them things. But when I go up on Cedarville, Yellow Jackets, man, I realize, say, yo, you know, miss a game, brother. Oh, you do that? Like, oh.
No.
Oh, you go out and do that.
You understand? So the man say a time for play, You see me, dog? All right, let me tell you this. So that is what me I say, the dog. It's like, you see, sometimes, you know, because me and you know, you got to your career, you get hurt and them things. To be honest, at Cedarville, there was a time, a span in the career, believe it or not, most people talk about Skywalker can jump, and my teammates, them will tell you this, couldn't even touch the backboard, but yet still, I was a starter and assigned, arguably, in terms of down at the back line, one of the hardest. Every night, I get assigned to the most difficult assignment. Can't jump, you know, which everybody that considers say, boy, Ray, but people never understand the amount of the range of my game, or the range of my understanding of the game. Now, as we say, is like the run and gun thing with being hurt part-tight. That was something me have to logically say, all right, you know, you love score and you love dunk on people, you know, but let's do this. Let's make sure say you find a relevant in this team. Make sure say you find something where you know, say, yo, no man can't look for you, tell you about, say you're not do a Ray. Can't say, all right, you're not doing that, but we can't do without this. You know what I mean? So find your relevance in a my situation. You obviously have my ball of them, Mugabe, Cheese, Ricky them, I kill them, knee good and them thing, them I do them thing. You know what I mean? But again, it's like as a young youth going in, even if you're a scorer, go in and see where you can get something that you are relevant and something where you can progress in and then branch out from there. So you're good at shooting, make sure so you know the spots them, you start watching players them know, so you know the spots them where you're more likely to get your shot off or whatever. And then from then you can start say, okay, learn work from a driving, use that for counter when my feet know I can't drive because I'm afraid of my shot. But don't just like go in and feel like you just know everything and everything. You have to go in with a mindset to learn and a mindset to understand, say, boy, your objective may to be professional. For me, to be honest, my objective going into college was like, I wonder if I can go and help that school, win and them things. The winning was always my objective. You understand? So It's like even farther than, so that's why even defensively, me I say, yo, well, this is going to help me win because I could have ball and do all type of them things, but me just work hard and know where my strengths were. And then at times when we go play some big team, I have to show them what I go on. You see me? Because you don't know them time they, you know, you have to, but other than that, my teammate them angle it and I just hit that. So that is my objective, going like a sponge.
Yo, Willie, you hear Christopher Walker, and I must say, persons listening to the interview now, I see if these Stumboss them that like it to be a mentor for the younger ones them. Talk strong, and it seems like you just know what you're about and what you're going to accomplish. So your general just check in there.
But so we can start it over.
But with that being said, and with that wall of persons that are looking at now, who would be if you're supposed to call one name, it would be your biggest supporter in time? Christopher Walker can't take on the world. I need a little, better say no, a little support. Who would that be that person that would say, yo, even if you think so you can even break down in front of that person and say, yo, my frost.
Yo, all right. To be honest, that question is tough, you know, because if you know, like what you say, you can't find me on Facebook. I have my friend who I know, you know. I don't.
That there, see? Say, we don't know friend, me no know. No Facebook.
Me no out for the whole heap of popularity. So you see the people them want me keep close to me. To be honest, if you know one person where me can really sit down and share, you know, so it's like all of my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, them were there. Michael, Sean, them and their brother outside of my actual family. You know what I mean? It's like, to be honest, and that's why I'm surround myself, because I like to be real with the people them. So if I feel like say you're not gonna be real, me not really, as well I say, me not really need quantity of people, me need quality of people who me can share with. You understand? So I just some me stay personally. So if that's why you can't find me anyway, because me not really need you in my business if me don't know you, Rasta. You understand?
True, facts. I don't want to jump past it, and I heard you mention it earlier. You said something about a youth club in Whitfield that you work with.
Yes.
Can you expand on that?
All right. To be honest, and I'm gonna tell you this a little bit of thing. My family is in general, from my youth, from my auntie them and my uncle them, always represent Jamaica. So and that is where you have to understand. Say, me playing for Jamaica are the highest thing me could have ever do. Even if me did go play NBA, Jamaica was the highest place me could have played for, because that was from my youth. Me see my family them look out for and always I try for uplift Jamaica in a whatever facility. Some of them in a sports, soccer, football, play, represent for Jamaica. You see me make Jamaica proud. Some of them outside of soccer field where in a even more important roles. You know what I mean? So it's like for me, you know, from that early age, me take on that way more and make sure so the youth them around me, even my friends them. Me at 15, 16, I go to people, I tell mothers if I let them 17-year-old daughter come with me, go another community, and you know how our community stays. So it's like that level of trust there, and them think they were parents assign me, even older kids than me, for responsible and bring them back home safely. So for me, it's like I always want to make better for the people them around me. And so that being said, I was the president of a youth club, and I was attached to, at that time we were attached to HCDC, which was a company that basically deal with the 4 community them: Rosetown, Whitfield, Greenwich Town, out the south, are going out to like Pineland side. So, and we used to always come together, the 4 community. We compete against each other. That's why I tell you, most of the people them where you see, I saw you working with some people in Greenwich Town. If you ask them about their mother and father, and ask about me, my world. Understand?
Yeah.
General, man. Yeah, man.
Yo, I can't tell you still it take a different type of person to even can work with the youths them in the man. You get, because sometimes sometimes them say some things to a sting, you know, man.
No, and that's the thing, you know. No, check this really, and that's the thing. Even when we want to talk about that's why it hurt me when people talk about certain things, because me say you have to understand how you affect, especially in my environment where, as you say, sometimes it gets fickle because people from different homes and different structure. You have to understand that say different things affect people different ways, and you have to understand say when you talk to a youth, you must be objective and into things that is tangible and can be fixed. Now, talk about things where I go make a man, when you talk about a man IQ and them things, it's like man not even know what you're talking about. And to be honest, you aim at some intrinsic thing where you probably, yes, in IQ might low, but you have to test that. You understand? Because you can't just look at what the man I work with, because he might be doing great things with the information where is presented to him in that environment. You know what I mean? Whereas if he was capable of I mean, how much time you hear some people say, yo, John no dog, once the people they take me out of that area and put me in that area, I'm gonna start learn some things. You hear them start run for prime minutes, all type of something. You know what I mean? Because their IQ was there, them just never have the knowledge and them never have the experiences. And you be careful you don't make somebody feel that, like, especially youth, you have to be careful. So when you say it, you must know for facts. You see me? So be dealing with youth from me, and youth may have the passion there for know. Careful what you say, and make sure so you talk as positive as possible to youth, because we was counselors in the area and them thing there. Again, for the 4 communities, so you have to know what you do.
True. You mentioned about even if you play for NBA, you wouldn't feel the happiness you feel when you play for Jamaica. And I saw Adrian Forbes mention early up in the comments, way up when him said Venezuela 2013.
Yeah, we must have Brazil.
Yeah.
Brazil and Argentina, we dust them out, dog. Yo, dog, let me tell you this. Me not go act like say, yo, me there on the court, I get no whole heap of game and that. For Dede, and see we are do it and know say, yo, our name up on the shirt. And to see people look for we and say, yo, little Jamaica, watch how we are those out some people. You understand? And that was and to be honest, you know, I feel so we could have win, but I feel like just because we beat those teams, that was all in all. You know, I just say that to say, yo, I'm proud of that we go on. I feel like we could have done more, had certain things be done, certain things get done differently. You know what I mean? Because we win the whole thing. And then in 2009 we played and we went to the Caribbean, British Virgin Islands, dust them out. You see me? Dust them out clean, and that was a proud moment. And again, it's like when I say just proud to see Jamaica do it thing, because it's not like say we are getting a whole heap of game time like look no stats or nothing, just for there and see you're a part of something greater than yourself. You know what I mean? So that I feel.
True. All right. Again, Willie. I tell you, the man talk passionate about the game, talk passionate about the youths them, and something else about have to really acknowledge.
And I know you probably answer a question here, but for some of the viewers them are tuning in late, like you have Ricky Thomas, I don't know if you know him go by the name Gunsmoke, but he can't really shoot.
Yeah.
How was the transition from local to overseas? How did they treated you? Did you have to prove yourself over and over because you were from the Caribbean? So
okay, well, the Jamaica American basketball is such that unless at least we're whatever, you have to always prove yourself, because members say people livelihood in enough cases this, you know. Like a youth where the man from the 12, like them man a dream for go play. Like to be honest, me never really until 17, me never even know about basketball so much, never business. But so it's like them man a dream from them parents, I bring them go all these things. So it's like them always want to prove and want to get them always want to prove so them worthy of playing and want to make the best of the opportunities that them get. So yes, you always have to prove yourself. I'm not gonna just say because you is from the whatever. Every man from the court want to play, just like I had. Every man want to play. So if a man not play, you have to continuously prove yourself. Say, boy, you're better than the next man down on the bench. Why you get the opportunity to put on the gears and they out there on the court. And that is why me even mentioned earlier, I say I had to find when me realized, say, okay, well, may I face some injuries or whatever, let me find somewhere where I'm relevant. In terms of the transition, I went to Cedarville University. Big up Cedarville. Let me tell you this. These people deal with you with respect. You see me? Me not say the man them not require you to work hard and cause people think discipline is not when people discipline after that where people have to say, yo, make sure you do X, Y, and Z. But in terms of as long as you stay within the bounds and make and know say, yo, may have relevance outside of basketball and them things there, everything good. So you know, so me understand say you're mad at this because me underperform here and there. So whereas that transition, me never really have no problem because once our respect good, me we work hard and them things, I don't really have no problem with that. Even when they need them now work good, me without me come out, they come run, you understand? Because of that me sign up for. I signed up for this. So I in terms of that, but no problem to me in terms of that particular transition. But yes, you always have to prove yourself because the next man down the bench, I say, I'm better than him, you know. Why am I play? Why am I get after you see me more my scholarship up to, you know, and them thing, you know what I mean? So in terms of that is where me have to give you on that.
Okay.
All right. Not from the audience, but from me. Yeah. What was like your most memorable moment playing at Cedarville?
Oh, the most memorable moment playing at Cedarville was when we played against our rival Walsh University. And I tell you what happened to is like our gym, we were one of the most exciting places to play, even better than a whole bunch of Division 1 school. Where I tell you, say our gym pack when at least in the years when we were there, our gym pack, and then when that school name Walsh come, which was the biggest them bring them whole school down there, you understand? If them could have bring the building them bring them. You understand? So it's like our gym was so full that when the game started, the crowd started to jump in at the stands. And I was on the court. And I was on the court and I could felt the shaking, the court a shake that even me I look around and me I say, all right, to hold it. You see me? You see me?
Yeah.
So it's like that was the most memorable moment, and that game was so hype, and the competition between at that time too, Labran, a lot of Labran friends were there. Like them man they come in a full Labran. You understand? When me tell you say Labran everything, even if the man them if the court wet and a man step on it, I just Labran a print out. You understand? So because Labran, most of the man them was Labran friend them, and most of them actually, I think, I heard some of them play with him and whatever. So them had a chip on them shoulder. Cause you see when you experience the best, you see we know you say, all right, no way the best is, so we can't deal with it. But different thing, we deal with them obviously, and yeah, man, big up Minto, the general. Yeah, man. So in terms of that was my favorite moment, just the experience, because let me tell you this, nothing more than people and you see the joy and everything and knowing that it'll bring that at least in that little timeline there. You see what I say? So if you see so much people so happy and if you see the excitement that them shake down the building and then I'm bridging them fence where we beat down. I see and then you see me still up. So it was a joy.
Looking back, Chris. This is a question I don't know how you would answer it, so, but I'm still like ask it. Looking back, would you do anything different in regards to basketball? Yes.
Would I do enough things different? Yes. I mean, hindsight, anybody say, yo, I mean, like, if I could have, I would have taken a different approach in even obviously, my own run for try dunk the ball makes Zoggy broke me hand.
Facts.
That are facts. You know what I mean? It's like that would have do different. When I come to America, I'm playing basketball. There were times where as when I say I consciously decided, well, I understood. I always try to understand where I'm going with me physically and all of these things, because I understood what my strengths and my weaknesses. Well, at least understood what some of my strengths were. So in terms of taking on more of the offensive load in Cedarville, if I was to do it back now, because again, it came from the mindset where I play in, Gary, when we are playing, I say, all right, my time now, I know the ball forward, I don't really have to complaining, you understand?
Yeah.
So, but for the rest of the game, I don't really, man, make sure everybody get them shots and whatever, but when it comes down to the wire, I knew that whatever, whereas in Cedarville, it was kind of different, and I took that approach to whereas I will, myself, I say, just make sure, say, yo, everybody there on the eye, everybody good and them things there, and if we get in a trouble, then me I gonna be able for whatever, but then obviously it's a different system and the system never geared at that, you see me? Me I never the man, you understand? So but I would have do more upfront to show more of my range, and then maybe that would have feed into more of a different career or whatever. But again, we still did that win enough for my proud that we mean win enough rank. Every year for at least the first 3 years, them we rank number one or number two in our entire NAI D2 and all of that stuff. So those were proud moments, which kind of sometimes hurt because we win so much game we never have to play in the tournaments, them and then they have such a wide gap. By the time we go to the tournament, it's like 3-4 weeks off of no. Them money play every day and that get with some time, but that was because of how well we did, ranked and deal with the team, them wicked number one defensive team, how much years and them things there.
Okay. All right, so Chris, you finish up your degree and everything.
Yeah, man, mechanical engineering, man.
Because the reason why I'm asking that now, because sometimes I have to make the persons them know that said that is extremely important also, which is a major accomplishment to know that you finish and you get where you need to get on paper.
Let me tell you this. that was one of the primary when I know say, yo, here what happened now. Why you think me I tell you say you have to find evidence? Because if I left with a degree, you understand? So not to make sure make nothing violate that part there. It asks you can link in your my coach and them know say yo grades after the day, you understand? Because all when to be honest, even when we started out like doing in engineering and them things that we had to go through. I don't know if any program where you start engineering and them things then in any school over here, you know, you get a whole heap of lecture, you know. Yeah, sure, you're ready to do this and you know, knowing the role when they're gonna play on the basketball team too, you know what I mean? And what was required. But at the end of the day, the grades are for up, man. That are the next thing. So I tell you, man, the grades are for up. And I mean, I learned that mistake there from. I remember I tell you about yesterday them from early in a conversation. Now I made that reach me again. So we have to do what we have to do, man. So yeah, man, done finish it up and get it. You understand?
All right. This is a serious question, no. So I don't. You should have not even say a glass of water. Cause more the question is serious, you know. All right. Which game in the series Portland are going to send home Lakers? Is it game 6 or game 7?
Portland can't send home Lakers. So don't tell us LeBron I boss already. Yeah?
So we have asking LeBron or Jordan, my general.
LeBron. Boss.
Jesus. Run up here now with it. John O'Chris.
Boss.
Will be. Yo,
dog, you watch. You know, dog, you not talk all the time, you know, about LeBron and Jordan, you know, but more want to just go look on the facts, them, you know, but I watch the curl up in a year, you know, go and go look and see what going, you know. Yo,
you see Jordan era when we are playing. You see LeBron era when them you are playing now. The heart.
This is true.
More.
No, this is true. This is true, but you have objective, and that's what me talk about, you know. The objective. Because Gary, before we even jump onto that, you know, that's one of the things, you know, and don't lose that point that we have objective even at the basketball. That is where me at the point where me try to get to is like basketball, track, team sports, basketball, football, and whatever. It's a very subjective sport, you know. Because enough time me used to go to some court, and even now you go to some court, you see some man and some pretty headband and some holy Paris all headband on them eyelid, and you say them money are good. Put them on the court. Them if them just need because the preconceived thought to them good, so them just do look a thing, and you see another man down there play a barefoot, and the moment it make up something you're like, oh, it's not past the eye test. It's not an objective sports. Whereas to be honest, track and field are the purest sport in terms of that. If more faster than you, it no matter how it look, more faster than you. You could attack what you want. Say if me I run back where me I win, me just a win. And more understand, more on the young youth them understand say the rim where you shoot pan if a 10 foot that is objective. Okay. The ball where you dribble if it's a regulation ball that is objective. Don't make no man come tell you say you can't dunk pan no man a foreign or where. If a 10 foot they can dunk pan man down a yard, they can dunk pan anybody a foreign. So me see. If the ball where you dribble you can cross it over down a yard, you can cross it over. You just need to learn. As we say, get as much information as you have so to maximize the potentials where you have, because stick with the objectives and stop but the bag of chatting about who look good or who not look good. You understand? And that more the young youth them know, because them really they do this fine now, because more want them understand say some of the talk when me hear of talk about Jamaica this and Jamaica that, when it comes to talent, when it comes to ability, we're good. It's just that sometimes we do not have the experience or the knowledge to take our thing to another level. Yes. And I'm one the young youth them know say, yo, we una have all what una need, una just need to go out there go get what una want. You understand? True. And stop depend upon certain things, because I again like when me the back in the Gary, you know this, I came back to Jamaica, Pembroke, play for Pembroke. You remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When we doesn't know it over.
Well, it could just pass the part, the general.
Facts. And things. So it's like so we come back and we played. And no, the reason why that was important, if you ask Michael, because as I said, the people them close to them, I always ask, who are the young youth, who are the whatever, because I'm always concerned with the longevity. Me know say it can't sustain if the basketball stay in the two general. Michael and Will be the man. You see me? It need to pass on to younger youth, because when me did it, and when Will be them did young to you, said one Gary, or Bells and the rest of man them, Khalil them, when we did it, very few man. I would have looked on I remember Zico came back from foreign and we then at the indoor. I remember we used to play in the AC on Saturday and Sunday. You know?
Yeah.
You understand? So it's like we then at the indoor and Zico asks, yo, who are the man them down here? And somebody said to him, say, him are the man, and him point to me and Michael them did a walk or whatever. Him point to me and say, yo, the man are re and thing. And him say, yo, like him said to me, say, yo, when you don't pan him, you see right there some blood start boil. Come here and say, who them man? And my place, and you need to protect your place before you can talk about you want to run other people's place. And no, do I know if we're rain, but me just know, say, yo, in my mind, from my perspective, I was praying that for some reason they would allow him to play, because with the day in the indoor court, they would allow him to play for Tivoli. Because I couldn't wait for that game there. Because me need to see what you talk about. You see me? Me need to see where you are talking about, because your chattings, me no business where you play. And me know, and me respect them man from long time, because as I say, through fence, we used to look and watch the Tivoli big man team play, but you have to understand, say, put in the work so that you know, say, yo, you can try to be better where you're at. And then a lot of times it's because I was trying to do that. I feel people saw that and saw that, yo, I had potential to do further. If maybe I wait for somebody to get better, would have probably still there. I do the same thing. Understand?
Yo, as you see on the screen, Michael Jackson says you're big up straight. As you don't know, are your brother that a general that.
Yeah.
And Willard.
I no, well, as I can't see still, yeah, you see me, Adrian, I said the same thing. I get what I say.
Yeah.
And leader, so yeah.
Yeah, man. And Willard, you can take off Christopher full screen, because as we have to check in and make them know, you know, because as the man tell you, in a Beverly Hills in Barn and Maxfield, right?
Yeah.
And him started out from this and him leave, got big up Tyrant Primary, the man said early out, left got Calabar, have little ups and downs when they come out of the subject, went to Tivoli, fall in love with the sport. However, through all of that, him knows, so listen, I'm going to start the SBA them, you know. Go to take college out here, left out here, start the game, fall in love with the game, dominate the game, and I use the word dominate the game in 2 years. For sure, so it's a brother will work hard. You hear Terry mention about him trip with volleyball, same also the volleyball, high jump. You see me? Jermaine, big up himself, rest in peace. You don't know the thing go. Leave, go overseas, link up with Mugabe, them see the work ethic, and him start putting the work over there and do what he needs to do. And what he mentioned first really is to say that you have to know what you're going to bring to the table. You know, just go there. Him talk first thing about optimistic.
Yeah, man.
But then just start. Yeah, and ensure so you have to know exactly what you want, what you can accomplish. You just dream like Willie was saying, I run a fast break and Willie can't run. You get me?
Big up, Auntie, bro.
Yeah, so. And,
by the way, I have a big up Nene, you know, I make it fast.
What I mean, that's why I say, man, you have to big up.
Yo,
they're legend, you know.
Nene,
yo.
Nene know, yo. Nene know, man, I'm a general,
I will see Chris, and there's something you see Michael talk about road man, like agent a big up straight up. This is an individual that make up his mind to say, listen what, him now come back a yard, so he might put in the work and do his thing. The man don't miss one game. I don't know if persons here when Willie asking that question there. So all you managed to do miss one game.
For the first 3 years, man.
For the first 3 years.
Actually the last year was actually I did miss some games the last year, let me say that. But that is not out of my real like teammate fell into my leg. Gone with me MCL or whatever. I've never done it, but as long as I can walk, I'm dead, man.
See it? Well, I show you determination and also a man who knows saying believe in what I believe and I put him everything on the court. As I said, I have the privilege to play with Christopher Walker. And what I'm talking now is not even coming foreign to me. It's not coming strange. It's becoming like, yo, I really think the man I say, I saw the man really operate and come game. I'm saying, Gary, game time, you know. Him and Michael, yo, ready, you know. And just that's all about the business. So when we have Christopher Walker up on the show, we have to say, We have to give him Willie, we have to give him a thumbs up or a clap or something, man. A general this.
Blessings, man.
You never say Will becomes the same thing when you that tell me. So you never hear the man say nothing negative on all the court team.
No, man, he might always encourage because Jacko done a cuss me enough, So Chris and Jacko cuss the rest of them too, cause the whole organization.
Everybody get cut. I'm telling you something. More big up Jacko because I mean, as much people don't know, Donald Jackson was a great coach. Let me tell you something. Yes, the things when me learned from Donald Jackson to this day, all when time couldn't the things some of the drills them we go through with Donald Jackson. Even when there was pints, whereas as well with a term, me and my bedroom, we and the dog them use we say, yo, we need God, like we just have feel pure pain, but we're up on the court. Simple moves, simple fundamentals where me have to go back to be effective. You see me, when me in myself, when me I jump, me I said, yeah, talk about Jack. Let me jump and dunk the ball, yeah, talk about. You see me? And never understood at the time, but again, still was like a sponge and say, yo, me I go do whatever the coach say. But in my mind, me I say, when me I do that for when me can just jump and dunk the ball. You see me? But you learn these things and then over time you come back to them things that the defensive strategies where Jacko teach you when you're 1, 2, 3 passes away, when a steal is viable, when for black people, when you know when to go, when to stay.
When to step off and watch the passing lane. Yo, the general. General. Big up Donald Jackson and again, big up yourself, Christopher Walker. Yo, this is a brother me I tell you. As your persons mentioned, they don't really have a conversation with Chris because Chris is about the business. As you can see, him just share him journey with us, tell you the story. I'm going to tell you he's a humble individual. Don't judge the character without getting to know the person. And I'm telling you, Christopher Walker is one of those players that really.
But you know what, to Gary, one of the things before, because we don't want to leave before we say this, you see the same thing where we are trying to achieve, like in the same game, that snippet of game, and when we talk about practical optimism, that game that we played in, you played in, Agent Fabs. I have to big up Agent Fabs because I'm going to tell you something. It's people make people better, So you see, it's like when Agent Fabs take up himself and they are Jamaica and play a ball with the man, they make the man them see and feel what is like. I feel like Jamaica basketball is at a point now where, because that is, as we say, the youth them want make them know we are at a point where we're at a stalemate, whereas track and field was at this point 10 years or so before, whereas we had a lot of talent, individual 1-2 talent, pop up all part of the world, but we are wonder, we're not good in the grand scheme of things, right? But we need a mindset change, and it was with me believe when Asafa Powell became the world record holder, that changed the mindset, that changed the migration pattern. You know how much high schooler had that not had happened. You know how much high schooler where we know we are transitioning into professional and I do them thing in a Jamaica would have been, because at that time it was like no, whereas our primary goal was for us to boom, get fast and go foreign. You understand? And that was the mindset. No, don't get me wrong, if you get an opportunity, take it, But what I am saying, when with that new mindset where a man say, yo, you see how we are ball about infrastructure, a dirt the man a train from. Dirt, said we. You understand? People are ball about what we now have Chevron, we now run fast and the man train pan dirt and train pan Chevron part of the year. Mr. People left them good Chevron after that come train pan dirt. You know what I say?
Yeah.
So it's like when you believe and understand that there are certain objective things to be accomplished, and you have to change the mindset and say if we can no, don't get me wrong, exposure, if you want to go NBA and them thing, the exposure and all of them things that the road difficult unless you're there in another country there. But you see when you present something that is undeniable, I'm going to talk to you about that as a man where never even the people them never ever come for him, but when them see the talent, them see it undeniable. But the man them have to know, say, yo, when you are putting down something on the court for all who aspire to play overseas, not just aspire to be better than the nether man, aspire to be the best you can be. So that means you may be putting down something that is undeniable when a coach overseas see it. Undeniable because I believe Jamaica was making a turn, whereas by now, to be honest, Gary, we should have been able to say a coach from over over Europe could have come straight down to Jamaica and say, yo, we can take a ball out here so, and go play. You understand? Me believes that where they are go to, because when they are playing at the indoor court with Sports Max and the top 10 them, to me feel a certain, to be honest, I was walking, me I give a story because it must be said because the youth them have to know. Me I walk through half a tree in a state Jamaica the way I say nothing now go on. Me I walk go my yard, understand this. I go hold a taxi go my yard, you understand? And a man in a car with his son. Me just see the car I drive down and me I say, what is now? Can you don't know? What is can I pass car this approach me at certain thing? You don't know. We go
to make a quick road,
Yeah, alert. So yeah, watch it. So and the car stop and the person jump out. Understand, so the little youth come out of the car, you know, and say he want autograph. When the man say he want autograph, I'm a full name, me nearly right give. Me don't know where matter. Me I say, yo, what you see me?
Yeah.
Because no, but check this, you know, that was my experience. You know, the man I say Skywalker, Ray, I drive, I walk go my yard, you know. Understand that, you know. So but with Sports Max and the whole heap of top 10 and we there get like exposure. And me not say that the only time that ever happened, yes, but in a sense, it's like me I say, yo, basketball, I make a turn. You see me? So, to be honest, to come back and see where they did, whereas we couldn't even play in the stadium and we tried them do it over Prembukala to make something whatever. It was disappointing to me because me I say it's like me think say at that point we are gonna make a turn, whereas like people actually are gonna start come pay to come watch we play some game and the man them were did it at the time and Ray, but we did have put out a product and with the excitement because that's the other thing too. People. We need to have the fundamentals, but understand this. People come for watch excitement too. So don't feel like the man them down there, my youth. The man them make the game exciting too, because when I visited that was one of the things I say, yo, no man not too don't know about what go on. You see me? And things like that. And not that saying that, it's just you have to understand that, you know, you have to be practical. You have to have the fundamentals so the game is run, whatever. But you have to dunk some ball and do some things where people are amazed for see me. Never see a youth can go and coach it and ask me, can I shoot 1 3 for me? He never asked me that yet. Every single court me touch, all Michael them ask for dunk ball, and Michael a top 3-point shooter. Understand? Yeah, there is an excitement level that you need to understand when you're going to sell a product. You need to understand what it is that sells that product, what it is that you need to know, like the fundamentals, make the game look good and organized, and make the game look professional and limit hurt and injuries. But you have to understand, if you get away from the excitement, nobody now come watch, you know. Me, I tell you that.
Yo, hold on. When I say mechanical engineering or marketing?
Mechanical, yo, I understand.
Yo, Gary, the man that sound like a marketing window.
I'm tired of the fact what people are talking about. It can't be done. When me I look one time, me, Gary, and Michael, the Prembukala team, and will be them. Remember the Red Bull van, the place, the bamboo, all the pump, gate lock up.
Yeah.
People are paying for coming in.
Yeah.
You understand? Rope round court, you understand?
Yeah.
And that they said Jamaica, they said whatever, that was not at the National Stadium. The rim them would just go by 2 net in the day or something. And to be honest, you need to contact people like Try and them thing. The people who make the thing happen and know say, yo, you see without the bag of negative, like, oh, we need a bag of money for do this or a bag of money for do that. How did you make that happen in another one setting there? See if we can replicate that. Oh, you get the Red Bull truck for come there. Or you make, you know, who build up that one stall there over the side where we have to, you know, a cup alone, because we think up in there, you couldn't bring no back. You understand? Cup alone. Because we don't want to, yeah, understand?
Yeah.
No, real talk, if you can replicate that situation in a Jamaica, in a multiple different communities, make people feel like them belong to something. Because at the day, people are coming at the thing. You did that again, I'm glad you did that, they experience it. The stands pack out, everything. And all this because we couldn't get the National Stadium and try so the game after go play. And we end up with something that was far more better. When I tell you it's a bamboo on the fence, you see a big dance. You see me?
Yeah, true.
You see
me?
What did you try to, you know? Will be top 5 players in your time playing in Jamaica.
Top 5 player. You don't know me. General. In a Jamaica, me I talk about now, you know.
Yeah, in a Jamaica.
Yeah, you don't know Michael. Without a doubt. Gary was one of the best center hands down. You see me? Along with will be them. But Gary did up on my side, so Gary. You understand? You see me, will be I'm a general, but you have to know that so Gary did up on my side at that time there. So when me did that play, when would I say no is in terms of scoring ability and would I say outside of my team, would I say Parkinson, Tony. So how much that we got now? 3. May I look for different positions too, because Yo, me I try to look for. Oh, and then Khalil.
I want to Khalil just jump into it and talk about the name thing, you know, but Khalil, him don't answer that already still, you know.
So you give me Khalil, so.
Yeah.
Ruan said the thing I stadium made it happen. The car park when the youth asked.
I was going inside that the kid run to me.
Yeah, I asked him that walk in the car park.
Where Ruan said this, sir?
I said at my stadium. When the kid run to you and all of them things there.
Oh yeah, when me I don't and you know, to be honest, and I hear what you know sometimes, you know, you have to understand, you know, people them it's a youth, you know, say when that happen is a younger youth where as we say one of them man they were full of all different type of wristband, headband, elbow band. When they them ask me for go over for do some little dunking thing. And to be honest, I tell you the thing, and that is the other thing where make me the different than most people. I learned the game too late for afraid of for getting at the whole heap of style thing. So I never really afraid of dunk pan crossover and anything there. Me afraid of you score upon me, that I'm afraid of. You see me? So if you cross me over, fine if you don't score. If you dunk upon me, it's embarrassing because you actually dunk the ball, you score, that part that hurt me. You understand? But so it's like when so everybody have me as this dunker now and rare, but I wasn't no style dunker. You see me? I dunk because I want to score. You understand? And the easiest way that is either go round or over. Unfortunately, most people choose over. You see me? So so it's like when them say dunk off and me, Michael know this because Michael me I say Michael me style dunk I never do them thing then I just try because at the same understand saying I'm relatively young to the game, you know, me I try learn the game, but me I try maximize my abilities, you know what I mean? So when me go up on the court, me not learn from the dunk, me I try learn for shoot properly and them something there. And them thing they hear me do 1 and 2 far dunk because the far I can jump from it is more beneficial to my game. More than how much time I can do a windmill or whatever. So it's like it's a little youth over the other side of the court, but you see to me, as I tell them, is a youth. When I can listen, I'm not busy about your age, I listen to the little youth and them things that the man I try to tell, whole heap of man off a dunking, and I say, all right, little youth, you're full of wristband, I know you watch whole heap of TV, probably have satellite and them things there. Come in. And you see me, and the man say, all right, do this, try that little donkey and them thing there and them ray. And then almost everything what I do, even when the man I say, you can push it under the rim, and I say, yeah, that's very feasible, yes, at this stage. So I just do that. And when I done, whole heap of little picnic and come with the autograph and them things there. But again, me never mention that because that happened in the setting and ray. Me did just so surprised to me I walk down my yard, you know, with the other one. But it's true. It's true. That did happen. Ruin them the day they know what's going on.
Yo,
you're still not finished your top 5, you know, we'll be with Vex, you know.
Will be.
Alright, will be, man. You're good, will be. Alright, then, yo.
No, that's in Jamaica still in that. In
the capital fiance Bogle, me don't know.
No man, you wanna know. Bogle I'm a general. But when me did it, Bogle I'm a leader. Bogle our leader. Bogle never really take on so much of the load. Bogle more steer the ship, you see me?
I said we're gonna kill people.
Alright, when Bogle talk, you listen, you understand them man, they are general. You see me? So it's not like the Bogle that do them things there. You see? So at that time they with Lakers and them things there. And them man the Bogle take on a different role, you see me? Okay.
Yo, again, Chris, we could have listened to you for your next 5 hours because as we see the passion and what you say, it make even just a listen to it, Willie. It just feel that fun and that joy of basketball. I think we're lacking. And I think Chris mentioned something valuable we need to take away from this as in to say, listen, let us start find some solution. Enough about the problem and enough about it can't happen. Find a way to get it done. Yeah, we'll stop that. Isn't me? So Chris.
Oh, John and the power button. No, don't make him telling you that. Him have the power button. Yo, Gary, you see the man there?
Mm-hmm.
The man that press the power button, it done. Jamaica laugh. You understand? Yeah, man, but I real talk, man. Stop worrying about butter with no bread, man. Come and make the bread and then we can worry about butter.
Facts, yo. Willie. Yeah. What, Chris, about 54 now, Chris? I'm see that dunk. Yeah, about 54 that year. Yeah, so look, watch out, viewers. Viewers, look who I go on. Them man, they are 54 now. Look here.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah, man. I just, you know, you're there the court and the young youth them attack at me and say, yo, watch it, you know. But you see me? Because them, you know, when you're there the court sometimes, you know, that's a part of the joy now. For me, the part of the joy now, I feel just like, you know, just the fun of playing basketball. You know, you not really have nothing to prove and everything. Anyway, you can say like you, but you know, them attack and for some reason somebody mentioned, say, yo, I could have done, come here and say, yeah, I could have done, yes, and then this youth start a bag of dunking, so we just give them something from a veteran. I done for about a week after that still, but you don't know.
You're the general, you know. Yo, Come on, the general.
Big up yourself, brother.
And,
yeah,
man. Let me play for you. Because, man.
Yeah, man.
I think you said that,
brother.
So, distinguished gent, what was the best dunk have you ever seen? I guess him probably have the best dunk.
Yeah, man, the best dunk I ever witnessed in my life. Me there high school. As we say, an early day, so we early time now. So you know, say our time before Tivoli and them and town come out for them big man training. Or their high school, and then JC James, Mr. JC James. And me and Horatio, as well, say one of the man them that were like one of my classmates, them we are say, come play for the team, man, cause you see me, brother. Me I try dunk, and JC James come and I say, well, yo, you know, me I miss couple dunk and them thing there, you know, and the man I say, well, you know, if it's a good dunk, it don't really matter. Cause me I tell Horatio, I say, yeah, nah, throw the ball good dog. You see me? And the man I say. The man I say, yeah, man, race. So the man I say, if it's a good dunk, it doesn't really matter where him throw the ball. You see me? You're going to get it. So the man I say, all right, show me one. So me in my mind now, big man thing, watch me and the brother, I'm going to dash it away. You see me? You see me? Because, you see me? You know,
you chat too much on the conference.
Yeah, chat tough. I'm going to dash it away. Let me see if you go catch it. Dog, to be honest, I dash with the ball, you see, dog. Yo. You see when the man get up, to be honest, me don't know when the man get up and when the man catch it. Me just hear boom. Yo, dust a come off at the board rim, dog. Dust a come off. I have never seen somebody jump with so much, travel so fast and some eye in the ear with so much power. Dog.
If you hear Skywalker say that, you know, it's serious, you know?
Yeah, man, it's different, man.
The room to play it again, so we'll just give one.
Okay, Chris.
All right.
Yo, Chris, what I have to say now? I have to say, yo, big up from the interview family. Big respect. I'm not telling lie. I'm glad to take the time out to come and set, and we really appreciate it. I know the viewers, them happy. I know persons call me already in a text and say them don't get a chance to see them. I'm going to revisit it because a lot of persons just have crazy love for you. Come on,
the man still get called, brother. You get what I'm trying to say? Skywalker, legend.
Skywalker. Just hope that all the family, everything good and everything all right. We have to ensure
Yeah, man. You don't know, man. First, you have to take care of the family and everything. So we're there, man, and make sure so we have to go on what we have to do. You know, quarantine and things. So things. Everybody have to, they're right. They know have to make different steps and everything. Everybody have to conform to the times and make sure so they keep themselves safe and everything for themselves and the family them. But before we leave, I just want the young youth them know, say if I have the message, just know, say, yo, stick with the objectives, man. The rim and the ball at the said weight and the said height, and you can't do anything you want to see anybody else do, man. You see me? And the internet age, so the information out there. So you don't make nobody telling you nothing. When you're doing the thing, brother. You see me? And try to big up Jamaica basketball so that we can go straight from Jamaica, go on in Europe and everything there. The man them will left, the man them will get opportunity to take it. The man them will left supposed to still go down there, understand? Definitely.
Stick to the objective. Stick to the objective. Willard, before we leave, we have to give a big shout out to Joanne. Joanne, as you know, one of our number one follower. Me not tell her, she was in England, and no matter what time she ever tune in, I must say, Joanne, we receive your package. She sent some ball for the kids them and some sneakers and everything. So we have received it, and we know what thing go. We're gonna document it totally and show you
the
Yeah. So again, big up to all the persons who want back Jamaica basketball to reach to that level that you hear Chris speak about and talk about. Yeah. Europe coach come down and come pick somebody out of the slot. So again, coaches, it's up to you. Players, it's up to you. Stakeholders, it's up to you. Just ensure that we bury all those. I just say, get the bread and then we talk about the butter. The one the button of the thing. You get me? Just get the thing done. So Christopher Walker, share some knowledge and show the passion. So big up yourself, my general.
Blessings.
Up and running. I hope some Jamaica Sunday dinner got eating a youth. I don't know.
Yeah,
all right, I know, man. Sato, you know the rice and peas and what?
Yo, bless up, Lenky.
Lenky, up and running. Jackson at Helium.
Yo, Lenky, I still out my side this morning, dad. I'm not obsessed with that.
Yeah, man, yeah. Yo, so.
Yeah, man, I'm
Yeah, man. I'm going to head out now. So
all right,
Chris,
so
thanks again, Chris. Respect, man.
Yeah, man.
All of the viewers, them. We're tuning in, and we finally get this guy walk up on the show. You see?
We got tell us if we go follow him Facebook page, but the man said him that his friend him don't know. So if you know, you know.
One of my friends know. I just the reality.
Yo, that's the hard, man. Not like yo. Big up yourself, Chris. Interview spot in the building. We're
out. All right then, bless.
All right. Well, still go on.